y'all, Violet here, second generation homeschooling mom of 3. I have an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and an infant. Today I wanted to share with you a shark unit study that I put together for my 5-year-old at his request. So let's get into it. So my son is really into Octonauts. He's watched all of the episodes a bunch of times, but his most recent watch through, he got really interested in the shark episodes, and so he went through and watched all of those back to back and then made a book with 1 page per episode with pictures of the shark and facts about them and stuff like that. I helped him write everything down. He did not want me to share that, so I don't have it to show to you. But after that, he asked me if I could get more books about sharks from the library. He wanted to spend some time learning a lot about sharks. So these are kind of all the books that I came up with based on what was available at my library. So these first 2 books, I don't think you need both. Kind of one or the other is kind of a good baseline information about sharks. This is Jim Arnowski's All About Sharks. I love Jim Arnowski stuff. He's just a really detailed drawer. I really like the way he presents his information. My kids always really like his books. But a lot of them are out of print, so sometimes you can't find them, which is a bummer. So my son really liked this book. He actually made his own, a second book based off of this book where he redrew all the pages. My son is he has sensory processing disorder, and so I think that he relies a lot on visual processing to make up kind of for some of his other areas where processing is difficult for him. So he does this a lot where when he's learning about something, he'll redraw it. And then he doesn't necessarily want to keep whatever he drew. That was kind of just him absorbing and making sense of the information. But so he did that with this book. And then we read this book as well by Gail Gibbons. And I think this is a good substitute if you aren't able to find this book. But I don't think you need both. They had a lot of the same information. And I don't like the illustrations in this one quite as much. But they're still good. They're still clear and they show you what you need to know. But yeah, there was a lot of kind of overlap between these two because it's really just basic information about sharks. And then from there, I got my son this DK Find Out Sharks book. And he loved this book. He loved the real pictures. He liked kind of this is a step down from the Eyewitness DK books. And so the amount of information on a page is manageable for him, like for me to read aloud to him. Obviously, we didn't sit and read the whole thing. We kind of would just read what he was interested in. Actually, his sister read a lot of this to him, which was great. And yeah, we spent a lot of time looking at this book and absorbing the information, and he redrew some of the pages in here as well. I also got him this DK Pocket Genius Shark Guide. He was looking specifically for a few sharks that weren't in any of the other books, so I got this, and there aren't pictures of them in here either. Specifically the dwarf lantern shark. It just is so small and lives really, really deep in the ocean. I don't think there are a lot of pictures of it, and there certainly aren't any in here. So that was kind of disappointing, but he did learn a lot about a lot of other different kinds of sharks, flipping through here and asking us questions about the pictures that he saw. So this was a cool little edition, and they have these little pocket geniuses for all of these things and more too. So we've actually checked out a few of the other ones as well. They're a good size for little kids' hands. We also looked at this book. This is Sharks and Rays, a unique visual reference. I was actually looking for the Uncover Sharks book, which has like a plastic model of the shark inside it, and you flip through and slowly peel pieces of it off, but my library didn't have it, so we got this instead with the like plastic sheets. So this was cool too, but it's older, and so it's just a little bit less clear, but my kids still really liked it. And then there's Rays over here, which they didn't care about at all. This next book I actually got because I thought my son would be able to read it by himself. It's part of the DK Super Readers series, Ocean Animals, and the front looks cartoony, but it's real pictures inside. And yeah, he was able to read this himself. For his phonics lessons right now, we're working through reading reflex, and then I'll also have him read like a phonics reader. And so this was a lot, like a big step up from the phonics readers that he's doing right now. So we broke it down into a couple of days, but he was able to read this all by himself. So that was really cool. These next 2 books are kind of more shark adjacent than just about sharks. I was kind of getting burned out on reading shark facts, so I needed to add some other things just for myself. So this book is called Shark Lady, the true story of how Eugenie Clark became the ocean's most fearless scientist. So she studied sharks and she discovered a lot of really cool things about them. She trained sharks to do tricks like dolphins, and yeah, lots of cool stuff. So my kids liked this book. This next book is the Aquanaut. It's about a woman who's a cave diver, and I got this because there's an episode in, I think it's Octonauts Above and Beyond, but they go cave diving. And so I thought that might be a fun tie-in. And then we've been reading Pagoo as part of our family subject morning basket kind of thing, and my son loves it. So I thought that he might also like, I'll flip through this really quickly if you haven't seen any of the other videos, the other video I did about it. But it's about a hermit crab. My son loves it. So I saw this book, Star of the Sea, A Day in the Life of a Starfish, and I thought he might like this as well. This is more tide pool and no sharks, but my son enjoyed this too. So it was kind of a cool extension moving into other ocean animals. So yeah, that was our little mini shark unit. I did also check out some like more general ocean animals, encyclopedias and reference books. I'm going to do a separate video on those. I hope you found this helpful. I will link everything in the description box below. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you click on an Amazon link and make a purchase, I do receive a small commission. Thank you for watching.